the one and only. Shout going out to the big bronze bomber, Deontay Wilder. Big respect for giving me the motivation, telling me I can't do it, and I'm finished. Coming back for you, baby. Coming back for you. I'm going to fulfill that promise I made to you a few years ago. You know what I'm talking about. And I'm coming back for the big stiff man. The man who struggled with a midget. You there. Struggling with the midgets. Please. Why would we be with the Gypsy King? 6'9", 18.5 stone. In shape. Fast. Oh, I'll obliterate you, boy.
Hey fight fans around the world, this is Ash with Fight Bulletin, and let's talk about the fight that rocked the world this past weekend. Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. The clip you just saw was that of a statement Fury released over 2 years ago, saying he's noticed what Wilder said about him and that Deontay has fueled him to make a comeback. Fast forward a year later, after 2 warm-up fights, Fury went on to fighting Deontay in their first fight and getting a controversial draw. This past weekend, however, Fury won the fight with a TKO victory after Wilder's corner threw in the towel, which was initiated by JD's, who was the second or third in command when it comes to Wilder's corner. Fury pushed the action from the sound of the bell in the very first round, forcing Wilder to fight on his back foot. That's not something Wilder's used to. Fury was the ring general from the very start and forced Wilder to fight his style, which is ironic because it's normally the other way around with Wilder's opponents. In the third round, Fury caught Wilder with a thudding right, which hit Deontay on his ear, causing profuse bleeding of the ears and a possible ruptured eardrum. The same punch in different angles appeared as though it may have caught Deontay in the back of the head. Deontay, however, got up and was later knocked down again until the fight was ultimately stopped in the 7th. Not to mention a point deduction was made by Kenny Bayless against Fury for some reason during the 5th. After the fight, Deontay showed his true warrior spirit and went on to say, and I quote, "I wish that my corner would have let me go out on my shield. I'm a warrior, but he did what he did and will come back. Even the greatest have lost and come back from it. We'll come back even stronger the next time around. This is what big-time boxing is all about. The best must fight the best." Wilder has about 30 days to initiate his rematch clause, which in turn Fury has to accept for the fight to happen. If he doesn't, I guess a possible fight between Fury and Joshua will take place. If the immediate rematch were to take place, it's likely we'll see it in this summer or possibly even in the fall. Also, immediately following the fight, talks of a potential bout between Fury and Joshua surfaced, which Eddie Hearn later went on to add fuel to the fire, saying, "Why wait?" If this fight were to take place, it'll be the biggest fight in British boxing history and will undoubtedly sell out Wembley. With his victory over Wilder, Fury may have cemented himself as one of the all-time greats. His resume isn't as extensive as some of the all-time, but he's had notable victories against the likes of Klitschko, and who at the time was in a long reign lengthening about 13 or so years. Fury was the guy to put an end to that decade-long reign of the Klitschkos. Following a rough few years, he returns and puts out the hardest puncher in boxing history. Fury's story is that one like we've never seen before. After defeating the top guy in heavyweight boxing, he goes into a depression and gains 100 plus pounds. After being fueled by statements made by Deontay, he sheds those pounds and goes into becoming the man in boxing and bringing the heavyweight division back to what it was. It's a true Rocky story. That's what it's all about. This is why we all love boxing. We'll find out in the coming months what's to happen next. We'll get a trilogy between the two. Maybe it'll be like the Thriller in Manila. This third fight could have the makings of an all-time great fight. But until then, this is Ash with Fight Bulletin. See you guys next time.